Oh,
Welcome
the
back to.
liverwurst I've. Oh
Oh.
shit! Hang on, starting
No. We're what's it called? We're on the Liverwurst channel.
again.
Where you live, the worst.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude,
and
but good
then come out
liverwurst
on
is
top
good,
every
dude.
time. But the liverwurst that I find in modern day at my supermarket, it doesn't have enough spice in it, so it just tastes like nothing paste. So I'm not happy. I need to go
Interesting.
to like an authentic. I need to find authentic liverwurst.
I felt like when because I got to live in Germany for a little while. Like I really feel like they did
I
not have
remember
very
that.
spicy food.
I I remember your whole, oh, I'm going to Germany. I'm like, and then you went away, and then you were like, oh, it's great here, and you're like, oh, good. I mean, I'm like, oh, good.
It was fun. I
Because, yeah,
I didn't do
they
very
got lots
much.
of like Kransky. Yeah,
Well, I was in what's it called? So I was in Bavaria, but like I was
yeah.
my whole thing was like I never got to learn German because the Germans would always could tell I was American, and then because they knew I was American, they would want to speak English to me. Um,
Oh, okay.
so I
Wow.
never got to
So
learn German, and then I was in a tiny
a
little
lot of,
village in the middle of fucking nowhere, and there wasn't anything to do. And so I would pretty
oh,
much like go to school and then I would go home. And like
yeah. Oh,
and then I spent the whole time on like an American army base, like talking to other Americans. So I just like I don't know. I
oh,
think during that time I put like 700 hours into Monster Hunter, and then we had really bad Wi-Fi, so like yeah,
oh,
I just
God.
played Monster Hunter, and then I would like open a YouTube video, and then I would like let it like
Yeah,
render,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
like
You can't do that anymore.
yeah, it was
As you have to play it straight up. It doesn't load before,
dude, okay, I've
before, like,
noticed that. Like, why does it like? What
yeah,
did YouTube do to their
because
algorithm?
okay, so it doesn't do that anymore because YouTube want to save bandwidth because they don't want to constantly like send out like loading a video that people end up not watching anyway, you know? So
Okay,
they cut out
fair.
that whole feature. Yeah. So now it only buffers like 30 seconds ahead or something.
God, dude, I've
I
noticed
remember
that, and it's annoying.
in Australia, in Australia back in like 2005 or something, like a little later, like YouTube was fine in Australia. You could like you had to wait twice the length of the video before you could play it without an interruption. And then in a couple years, they like updated the quality of YouTube videos, but they didn't give you an option to change the quality. So every video I watched was it was impossible to watch videos for like a couple of weeks before they introduced quality changes. It was fucking unnerving. Also, I'm gonna rant a bit more.
Go for it.
So when that change happened, I noticed a lot of Americans saying like, "Oh, why does the video keep stopping when I'm trying to just play it?" They had no concept of slow internet. They had absolutely no idea what HD meant. They thought that videos would just play. Like, your internet is so fucking good that people couldn't comprehend, like, slow speeds. It was amazing, eye-opening. Oh no, we lost
Jesus Christ,
server.
I didn't think that was gonna kill, which was dumb of
Oh
me.
no.
But it's like it did.
Eager.
Actually, no, I was dumb. It did more than half the first time, so I thought I was gonna be fine, and I was not fine. But it's like
No,
it's
no.
used agility, so it's at +4 speed, and it's at plus like 1 attack. So I didn't think the side beam was really that like big of a
Yeah,
deal.
yeah. You know,
This
playing
animation is
through
really
Emerald the first
long.
time. Yeah, fucking hell. Playing through Emerald the first time recently, it really, really fucking annoyed me how many trainers had like hyper potions and like full restore. So many of them have it, and I'm just not used to like being served my own medicine because I'm a trainer and I constantly use items.
Yeah,
Couldn't believe
yeah.
it.
It it kind of catches you off guard. I feel like they they really added a lot more. Like I've noticed in Emerald, more things have berries.
Yeah.
More things have more trainers have
Yeah.
potions. They'll use a full they will use a full heal and a full restore,
Yeah.
which I feel like
Yeah.
God, that tilts me.
Yeah. When it changed my battle behavior to like, I have to get them just at yellow, and then I have to kill them in one more hit. Otherwise, they're just gonna full restore.
Yeah.
It changed. It changed my whole mentality of battling the big guys.
Yeah. I feel like it. I don't know. I think I just played a lot of. God damn it! I just grinded this guy up.
God damn. You can ride a bicycle in those places? That's cool.
Well, specifically
you know,
in here, because it's the cycling road, you need it to get on. They won't let you through unless you're on a bicycle.
Yeah, okay. Did you ever wonder why in Gen 2 you try to get on your bike inside or use an item, a key item, and it would say, Oak says, you know, that's not the time and the place, but why is Oak telling you that?
Wait, in
Like
Gen 1?
You're in Gen 2. In Gen 2, why is Oak telling you that? Should it be L?
Dude, you're right. Actually, I feel like it should have been. Yeah,
What?
no, you're right. You're right.
It feels like an oversight.
That or they reuse the code. That's all I can think of.
Yeah. And they're just like,
you want to see something
I
insane?
don't know.
This has Drizzle.
I do. I really do. What's Drizzle do?
Summons rain.
Oh, so your water attacks are just super powered all the time.
Yes. And like,
Awesome.
I found this guy back in
Look at him.
Petalburg because I hadn't fished there yet.
Oh yeah.
But my problem is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water types, and like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I picked, out of instinct, I picked Trico for my first ever playthrough, and it got me through most of the game, so I was happy.
Mm-hmm.
Because I assumed water, so there'd be lots of water. Yeah.
There's a lot of water types, but there's only, okay, so in Emerald, there's only like 2 trainers that have grass-type Pokemon.
Yes. Wow.
So like...
So if you pick fire, you're basically fucked.
Not really, actually. I feel like, I do feel like fire picking Torchic is actually pretty good because all of the magma and aqua people have Pokemon that are weak to fighting. So
okay.
the fire fighting is actually like a pretty good combination, man. I'm just gonna put this guy in. I don't like it.
I feel kind of bad that I had to cheat to get through Victory Road. I used the walkthrough because I was just like, yeah, I'm tired of this. I went through a whole train ride trying to get through Victory Road, and I'm just like, oh, I'm at the entrance again. Fuck.
I don't. What's it called? No, I don't blame you. It's confusing as fuck without Flash, and like I'm most of the time I'm not gonna use Flash. The only reason I've just done it so many times that I like know it. My other thing is, like, I can, I have all of the guides. Like, I have physical copies of all of the, like, guides and stuff like that.
I've got the Heart Gold guide.
Nice.
My friend gave it to me.
I have that too.
I'm currently playing it through with my friend.
Nice. You guys doing, like, a Soul Link or something? Because those are pretty fun.
No, we're just playing it on an emulator at his house.
Nice.
Recording it and shit.
Nice. I love Heart Gold and Soul Silver. It's just it just feels like such a love letter.
Yeah, to the classic formula, Pokemon 100%.
Yep.
Oh god, I played it back in the day. I played it on an R4 card, and I beat it, and it was excellent. And I used the Game Boy Sound device key item that you get. And you can
Dude, that was such a cool little feature.
Yeah, because I am biased for 8-bit music. Sometimes I think it sounds way better than the modern Pokemon renditions of the same songs.
I mean,
because it's the way it's composed in 8-bit. Like that is the song. That is the song.
Yeah.
Like use instruments and it changes it like greatly beyond what it.
Yeah,
what
the
makes the
tonality
song
as
a
well as
song.
like the feel and like the kind of just like the composition is inherently different.
Why is the bat named Hilda?
I just gave it a what's it called? There's no real reason. I think it was like this, but I think I named somebody Hilbert. Maybe I haven't, but I think that's the name of the fifth gen Pokemon.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
or female.
It is.
I just needed
It's
a female
Hilda
name, and
Hilda.
I was like, Hilda. I don't know.
And then
I
Rosa
feel like.
and Nate.
Wait, the what?
Rosa and Nate is black and white too.
Yep. Why'd they call him Nate? But Hilda and Hilbert is like I just don't know why they went with
German
Hilbert.
names. The German Hilda is like a German name or something, isn't it? Like
I know, and isn't it the one that's based in America? Oh wait.
Yes, it is. Yes.
This thing has bite.
Oh shit.
I think I'm gonna be fine if I can get this off. Yeah, I'm fine. Oh, okay.
I'm still holding out hope that there'll be a Pokemon Australia based Pokemon because I want people to meme Australia. I want them to meme it up.
Dude, I feel
I
like
want them to make. Yeah.
No, I feel you on that because I feel like one, Australia has the biodiversity to create a very interesting set of Pokemon as like a base, but also like there's like a lot of like the lore of Australia is very interesting.
There's a koala Pokemon already, and it's Hawaiian.
Yeah, that one was weird. I don't know where they were going with that.
Yeah. What the hell?
I still haven't played those games all the way through. Like, I have them both. Like, I have Sun and then I have Ultra Moon. And, like,
yeah,
I need to just sit down and play them. I've been going through a lot of the older... I've been replaying. So I found, like, I found my Game Boy Advance SP, and then I still have, like, my Emerald and my Fire Red and my Leaf Green. And one of my friends had never played it, so I gave it to him to play. And it was very interesting, like, seeing him... Because he had only played, like, gold, like, essentially like you. He'd only played, like, red and gold.
Yeah.
And so it was very interesting, like, answering... but he was, like... I don't know, my friends, like... it was very interesting to be able to be, like... This is the game that I know everything about, so I can actually answer every single one of your questions. And he was like... You always said that you knew a lot about Pokemon, but I really didn't understand how much you knew about Pokemon until you were able to answer every single one of my questions exactly in a very, like, quick... Like, he would be like, hey, where do I get this TM? Or, hey, or it's called, hey, what's this Pokemon and what does it do? And, like, hey, what level does this Pokemon learn this move? Or, like, what level does this Pokemon get good moves and stuff like that? Or what does this do? And I was like... he was like, the fact that you understand every single interaction in between Pokemon and, like, how all the types interact is insane. I was like, dude, imagine if, like, this space in my brain was used for something that could make money.
When I made Pokemon Bronze and Bronze 2, the entire, like, source code, like, the code of the game, I didn't change the official titles of, like, areas and maps and stuff. I just memorized what towns I changed into what other towns. And then, like, one of the, like, people who were making the disassembly was like, oh, can I take a look at your source code? And I show it to them. And they're just like, what the fuck is this? Like, nice. I would just I wouldn't make completely new scripts and events. I would just, like, take code from other events, mash them together, rewrite them and stuff. And it was just like a jumbled fucking mess.
Hey man, like, you gotta make like, back in the day, like, I don't think people understood, like, how much of a Wild West it was. Because, like, there wasn't, like, guides. I mean, like, there was people like Wesley, I feel like, and there were some people who really knew what they were doing. Oh my fucking god.
Ooh.
We're in overgrow range, though, so we're fine. But, like, Yeah, there wasn't like people who like there was people who made tools, and there were people who like kind of understood things, and I think there were some people who were like actual programmers and like game designers who were like making cool stuff for people to use. But like, you couldn't like just YouTube a guide on how to do something.
The fact that like Pokemon Brown exists as a full finished game is just, even in its original state with all the spelling errors and the crashes and stuff, it's amazing that something that scope could be made back in like 2005, what was it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Way back then. It's like, you gotta be a real fucking nerd.
Dude, Cool Boy Band, I still feel so bad for him because, like, I don't
He's getting
like,
his channel off the ground, and he's like, "Oh, I partnered with Machinima," and he never uploaded a video again.
yeah, dude. And
I loved his content. He was my niche.
He made such interesting stuff, but I feel like Nintendo like really stepped in and like it really seemed like they made him step away from everything, and it was like God, and it really sucked too because I feel like if we would have let him keep going, like he would have been he was going to create like a very, very useful and interesting resource for people who were very fascinated with either like ROM hacking or game design.
Yeah,
because he had like
he is doing game design these days. He's making original stuff.
Nice. Oh,
he works for the company. Yeah, he works for the company and he's making original games.
Oh, that's.
I follow him on Cough Cough X.
You mean Twitter? I just still call it Twitter. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna Tumblr that bitch. We're gonna lose this motherfucker so much money that he's gonna have to sell it.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Lord.
Yeah. I need to like actually like go and follow up with like, I don't know. I feel like I was like very active when I was younger with like the scene for like ROM hacking, as well as like kind of like I knew who everybody was. I knew what everybody was doing. I kind of like understood who all the people were. I come back now and I'm like looking at what's.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
Oh yeah.
God, I fucking love Pokemon ROM hacks. That's all I play. I have an EverDrive on my Game Boy Color, and I have 2 folders on the EverDrive: Pokemon and Pokemon hacks. I don't have any other Game Boy games. There's nothing else on Game Boy I want to play other than Pokemon and Pokemon hacks. It's the perfect game for that kind of system.
I feel they nailed a formula for a like just the portable system. Yeah.
Or the right system.
Like I feel like
I can't get into Final Fantasy and Earthbound and stuff. I just can't.
I feel
Although if I played it back then, I might be much more into it.
I feel like anything that is like a creature collector, I can do, cause like I played the fuck out of like Spectrobes and like Digimon and what's it called? Dragon Quest Monsters. That was another really good one that I enjoyed. I've actually like gone and okay, so there's this period in between like 2005 and 2020, or not 2015 and 2020, where I had a job. I wasn't paying rent because I was still living at home and I had disposable income. And I spent that time like scrounging eBay for like all of the DS and like Game Boy games that I couldn't afford when I was a child.
Yeah, awesome.
And like just like recollecting a bunch of stuff and just like gathering stuff. And then I've gone back and played a whole bunch of stuff and just really enjoyed. Oh, dude, Fossil Fighters, like
Fossil Fighters. Ooh.
Have you played that?
Have you seen No, but have you seen the Animorphs Game Boy game that's like a ripoff of Pokemon?
Wait, there is? Like where they like the
Animorphs,
Animorphs, like where they
game.
turn into the Pokemon?
No, it's It's not. It's
Or like
legally
no, where
distinct
sorry, the series
from
where they
Fast
turn into
and
the
Free.
animals.
Yeah. It's an Animorphs game, and it's a rip-off of Pokemon, in a way.
That sounds fascinating. I
It's
would
it's
play
official. It's real. Yeah. Apparently, it's like the battle system is so simple that it's just broken.
that. Interesting.
Yeah, just give it a look up. It's well documented. Is that shiny?
No, it's the trainers.
Shiny Dratini? No. I thought
No.
Dratini was blue.
No, sorry, I like only know what. No, I think it's pink, right? Or is it just Dragonair? Shiny Dragonair is pink.
I don't know. I'm
Because
not
I
a
know that like
shiny
shiny
expert. Shiny.
shiny Dragonite is green, but it's like a completely different like color from everything else. I think it's pink. I could be wrong though. I don't. I've never been like the shiny guy. I've never really cared about the shinies. The only time like I've grinded out like trying to get shinies a couple times, but like I get it, and then I'm just
I've
like
ever encountered. The only shinies I ever encountered was Teddiursa and Unknown.
Huh. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Scyther!
There he is. He's the Scyther dude. He's got the slicey blades.
I started playing Scarlet and Violet, and like one of the very early on, I found a shiny Lechonk.
Lechonk.
It's cool in Scarlet and Violet because it'll show you the shinies on the overworld.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't get into Pokemon that's not grid-based, top-down.
I feel it. It was like hard for me for a while to get back into the series, but I feel like the one that changed that for me was Pokemon Legends of Arceus. I feel like Legends of Arceus, like they tweaked the formula in a way that made me I really enjoyed. And it was like just enough for me to get back into it and kind of grip me. There's a lot of like kind of like mechanics and changes that they did in Legends of Arceus that I was like kind of sad that they didn't bring over into. Okay, I'm getting out of here. That I was really sad they didn't bring over into Scarlet and Violet. But like, I don't know. I just am not a big fan of the XP all. And like everything in your party getting XP. I mean, it makes your life easier, but like...
I played X or Y, and it's like the very start, it's like, here's your XP all, and I'm just like, oh no, I'm not trying.
Dude, you'll turn it on, and then you'll like just be using one Pokemon for like a while, and then like your whole team will keep just leveling up, but it'll like...
Yeah, it's just not good. It's not good.
I only like it for like Nuzlocks, where you really just want everything to be as strong as you can have it at any point.
Yeah.
But I remember I stopped playing Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire just because like stopped playing Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire because I got my 8th gym badge and my Pokemon were like level 65. And I was like, or no, they were like level 60, and like everything was still like 40 something, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, like what are we doing here?
Yeah, what the hell? Good lord. I really hate how in Emerald they've got like some of the houses and they've got staircases, but they're blocked by palm trees because they're not compatible with the e-reader anymore to open the trees, get rid of the tree to open the staircase.
Oh, is that the one room in Sotoopolis City? Because I was always been fucking curious as to what that place was.
Yeah. it was an e-reader thing in the previous versions of the game, but like, why not just make it a flat wall? Why just put a tree in front of it?
Because that just gave me
so
questions. Then I was always
confusing.
just like, what is this? What is it for? What, like, is this
Back in the
thing...
day, you see a door in a game, that door better be important. But nowadays, there's doors everywhere, and it's just like, oh, whatever.
I know.
Not interactable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
God, I got a lot of grinding to do. Like, so the gym leader's level is like 32. I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm like, I think maybe in the next challenge, like, I'm just gonna rare candy it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been watching, what's it called? I watched this guy called Pokemon Challenges. He kind of got me back into like wanting to do let's plays, do Nuzlocks, and do stuff like this again. But his whole thing is like, dude, just like no one wants to watch you grind. Just save yourself the time and effort, and just rare candy your shit up. And he was like, most of the time your Pokemon die because they weren't leveled or high enough level. And it's like, if you're if you're using a like level cap based on like the gym leader's Pokemon, and you're not going over that, like, you're not breaking the game. Because it's like, it's not like you're like leveling your stuff up to like 100. Like, right off the bat.
Yeah. Exactly.
And like, I love the hyperspeed button, but like, there's only so much of that I really want to sit through.
Because I'm playing Shiny Gold X, and it's just like I gotta grind so much, so I take big breaks between anything happening because I gotta grind so much.
Yeah, Shiny, dude, God. And like,
I think I remember now why I stopped playing it back in 2010.
Dude, I
realized it was a hard mod.
That was like the one like let's play that I was doing that I just gave up on. Wait, no, I don't.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to grind.
Luckily, I'm playing it with save states and speed up and shit. I'm willing to sit through it. I feel like a little challenge is okay right now. Because the only games I want to play ever is just Pokemon, Uncharted, The Last of Us, GTA, Ape Escape. That's about it, really. That's.
Dude, I hear people speak so highly about Ape Escape.
Ape Escape 1, I'm biased for because it's the only one I grew up with, and I didn't really play the sequels. I will play the sequels eventually, but yeah. Ape Escape, my favorite part about Ape Escape is that they discovered a glitch that lets you jump infinitely. So I've done several streams where I like speedrun the whole game just jumping infinitely. It's a lot of fun to just break the game and beat it in one sitting.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's basically like Super Mario 64, but the stars run away from you.
Oh.
Because they're monkeys.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh god, he's got Intimidate.
Pretty much that.
Oh, okay. Well.
Don't they all have Intimidate? Because...
No Incineroar.
I remember... Oh, okay.
Well, Growlithe does. It's, so, like, VGC, which is, like, the competitive, format outside of, like, singles, that's it, where it's played in, like, doubles, has, Intimidate is just probably, like, I feel like one of the stronger abilities in the game, just purely outside of, like, you just get like a free like debuff on the enemy on switch out. Like it's just for free. And it's like 90% of the time any setup sweepers For some reason, I've noticed that the like the AI tends to prefer like physical sweepers to special sweepers because it's like nothing ever hits that calm mind. They'll hit that swords dance or that dragon dance or like something scary like that. But they won't hit like a calm mind or like a special or like a nasty plot or something like that.
You know a lot more about battle mechanics than I do, I can tell you that.
I spent a lot of time. I played a lot of these games a lot. I don't know. Like my YouTube rabbit hole is just like Pokemon and like Pokemon like mechanics and stuff like that. And then I also played competitively for a while too, and I feel like I learned a lot from that. But in like a double battle, like getting like an attack down on both of your opponents like for free is just really strong.
Yeah. My whole thing with Pokemon is I love the overworld. I love the adventure. I love the quests. The battling is like the last thing that I enjoy with Pokemon. But like I love like the adventure. That's my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
Reading the dialogue, talking to people, solving puzzles. That's my favorite part.
I hear you. What's it called? Yeah, I feel like that. Okay, like, I feel like that tracks with you, because I feel like you're, like, a very much, like, an adventure game kind of guy. Like, you want to go on, like, the, what's it called? You want to be taken on the adventure. And you're, like, happy to be along for the ride.
Yeah. Explosions.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I mean, like, the adventure and, like, the exploration is, I feel like, a big part of the game for me, too. Just like going everywhere. It's kind of different
because, like, in Uncharted and The Last of Us, my favorite part, like, those are big story-heavy games, but my favorite part is the gun combat. So it's completely flipped around with the 3D game. Like, yeah, I'm not a fan of the battles in Pokemon, but I'm a fan of the battles in the 3D, like, shoot 'em up games.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't play a lot of shooters. I'm, like, not very good at them. I think that, but I think that just comes from, like, my parents never let me play shooters, like, when I was a kid. So it's like, I never played Call of Duty. I would play Halo with my friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wait, they gave it
I have a
Mach
VHS
Punch?
tape. I have a, well... I have a VHS tape my friend gave me in primary school where he showed me the ending of Halo.
Oh, that's actually kind of sick.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you want to see the ending of this really hard game? And I'm like, okay. He gave me the recording.
Dude, that was the first Let's Play you watched.
He wasn't talking through it, so it wasn't.
Gotcha.
But I remember, primary school kid, with my friends, they were playing Pokemon Blue on an emulator, and I was filming it and saying like, here we go to beat the Pokemon League! And my friend was like, we already beat the Pokemon League. And I'm like, oh, okay, but they didn't. They were lying.
You're like, and I just wanted to put that on record, that they were lying!
If I found that video, I'd be like, my eyes would pop out of my head.
Oh, holy shit, like that. I figured out, like, what it takes for me to, like, to enjoy a game with gun combat, and, like, it's, for example, like, I will sit and I will play hundreds of hours of Borderlands and Borderlands 2, but, like, if you put me in, like, a normal game that's just guns and shooting, like, I don't enjoy it. Like, I need the loot, I need the skill tree, and I need the RPG elements to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like, I need that number go up. Like, that's how I figured it out.
For me, I need to be pointed in a linear direction, and I have to encounter, like, various different scenarios in which enemies have to be taken out. I don't need the numbers. I hate it when numbers are put into the equation.
I honestly, I love it because I love theory crafting. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh. How much
love
harder
theory
is this supposed
crafting.
to be?
I love stuff like Diablo and like Path of Exile and like, I play way too much World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I often see you playing it with the little thing on Discord.
Yeah, they put out the new expansion, and I played like 15 hours of it or something like that. And my girlfriend like sent like sent me like a screenshot of that, and she was like, "Are you okay?" She was like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "No, baby. Like new expansion, you don't get it." I was like, "The new expansion was really good." I was like, yeah. But like, my whole friend group goes really hard. It's the thing of like we just can't play it casually. But we also used to do like mythic raiding, which was like it's like the hardest difficulty, essentially for it. And so we were pretty good. We were like the last time we went really hard, our guild was like ranked 3rd on the server, and we were pretty damn good. We don't do that as much anymore. We just don't have the time. Like mythic raiding was like having a second job.
The only online game that I ever was that guy that keeps like coming in first place with the best time was Murder Storm Apocalypse, the 3rd Murder Storm game. It's a racing game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only game where I figured out how to win every single online match with my like pinpoint accuracy and getting around the tracks. And that has never happened again. I can't play online games anymore. It's not for me.
Nah, I feel it. Yeah, we don't play like we don't do stuff like that anymore. I don't know, we're getting older. But like now that like they released Classic World of Warcraft, which is like a 20-year-old game at this point, and like I don't know, there's just something about it that I just like love. It's like it's simple. And it's like very simple, but like there's so much depth to the simplicity that it's like I feel like every time I like level and play through it, like I'm learning something new and I'm trying something different. The addition of like hardcore was very, very interesting to the game, and I think very good for it. Like this latest like edition of like hardcore was really fucking cool actually, and like got what's it called? There's this really big streamer, his name's Soda Poppins, but he started a guild called OnlyFangs, and the concept of it was a content guild. And so he got all of like the big streamers and like the people who stream or do YouTube or like are in some way like make videos or content from the game in there. And it ended up pulling in like a whole bunch of people from outside of like World of Warcraft who don't normally play. Like for example, like Tyler One, who's like the League of Legends streamer, they got him to play.
Oh.
And so like, and because of that, like, I feel like so many different things happened and exposed WoW to so many different people. But like the storylines and narratives that came out of it, all of the dumb drama and all of the funny things that happened were really interesting. But it's also, it's like, it's hardcore. So it's like if your character dies, like that's it, you're dead.
Oh no.
So there's like a whole extra level of like, it's, okay, like World of Warcraft is not a hard game, or especially like Classic World of Warcraft is not a hard game. It's built for people with terrible ping on shitty computers and a bunch of lag. It's not a very difficult game. It's 20 years old. It's a solved game. Playing it in hardcore, because it's like you die, you just run back in and you try it again and you're fine. But hardcore adds a whole nother level to things where it's like you have to do everything right. You got to do everything right the first time. And it's like there's actual stakes to fucking up and making mistakes.
Permadeath mode.
Yes. It was
There's a permadeath on The Last of Us, but I am never gonna fucking do that in my life.
I feel like at that point you're just speedrunning the game.
Yeah, basically. I did a air quote speed run of The Last of Us, and it took me like 4 hours. It's really slow. But I did a speed run of Ape Escape, and it took me like, I can't remember, it was like 2 hours, which is also really, really slow. But I wasn't following like a route or anything. I was just seeing how fast could I personally possibly finish this game?
Mm-hmm.
Just a little personal challenge.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like the only game I could actually speedrun is like Pokemon. I've always been like,
Yeah.
just because I like, but it's like, it's the thing of like, I know where everything is and I know how to do everything. And like,
Yeah.
I know all the optimal, like, I don't know, I've also like watched enough videos on how to like do it. I don't think I would get a very good time, but it's like, I could beat like a person who's only played these games a couple times.
As long as I get a personal best for my own time, I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. It's, I always wanted my friends to, like, try and race me.
Yeah.
Sorry, wait, what'd you say?
I'm only out to impress myself and not, like, others. Like, if I can make myself be like, wow, I finally did that, like, better than last time, then I'll be happy. I just need, yeah, I don't care if, it's a world record or something. That'll never happen anyway, so just go PM.
I mean, like, I feel like that is a large... Oh, fuck. Sleep pattern.
Shit.
Well, I feel like that's a large aspect of, like, the speedrunning community and, like, the whole mindset behind it is, like, self-improvement. It's like, how good can I do? How far can I push myself? How much can I improve?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a kind of like mindset that you also find a lot of, or like that mindset was something that attracted me to it. I like watching people speedrun stuff. I think it's pretty interesting. But I also feel like that aspect is something that made me gravitate towards like fighting games and stuff like Smash and Tekken and like DBZ Fighters was that idea of like the self-improvement, the like I gotta get better, I gotta level myself up, I gotta like I want to beat this person, or like beat my time, or like just do better. And I feel like that's like kind of like I don't know, it's like the thing with like working out too, where it's like you kind of get addicted to that progress. And like I don't know, it's like the MMO thing of number go up, like I hit a little harder, I go a little faster. I do it a little bit better.
Better, stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Let's smooch him.
Yes. There's like a cave that you can get. Yeah, you remember that Cyndaquil I got? Come on, bro. That like immediately died to the Dratini. If you like look around in that cave, god damn it. If you look around in that cave, there's a bunch of baby Pokemon, and so I gotta smooch him in there. All right, Tico.
Oh yeah.
But you could get like Elekid and Magby, so it's like you kind of have options. Dude, Electabuzz and Magmar are having a kind of like a renaissance in his fact. 55 versus no. Electabuzz and like Magmar are kind of having like a renaissance in a sense, because they wait, do you see this? Like there's like a little like glitch on her sprite. Weird. Electabuzz and Magmar are having a bit of a renaissance in like competitive Pokemon because of it's got Ice Punch? Okay, that didn't do very much. Okay, thank God.
Thank you.
In competitive Pokemon, because of, they gave them Follow Me back. I need to get him out of here. I don't know what I'm doing. Why do I keep fighting this?
Why?
They gave them Follow Me, and so it made them, like, really useful in, For, what is it? You fucking... Oh, dude.
Dude.
Oh,
dude.
no, now it's setting up and it's got double teams. Okay, this is scary. This is scary.
Yeah. I'm terrified. Oh, wait.
And it's got Psychic! Okay, it's got the stat down.
That's more than half. That's more than half.
That's
no.
more than half. Oh, dude, you're right. Okay, thank God. Please be enough. Please tell me that's enough.
Please care. Yes.
Dude, he's still got one more Pokemon.
Did I tell you I beat Whitney in Heart Gold with underlevel Pokemon?
Nice.
First try. The key was rage. I even had like the gender status effect against me, and I pulled through with the coin flips.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, Rage is actually really strong at low levels. I've noticed in like.
Yeah, Rage is insanely powerful. I always keep Rage. Like if I'm just gonna keep getting hit over and over, I'm just gonna build up the Rage.
Okay, so they changed Porygon to be normal and Psychic in this gen, or in this game.
Oh.
I'm so glad that it keeps... Oh, dude.
Critical, baby.
Ah, it's nice. That's nice.
What's up, everybody? It's Critical here. We're playing Pokemon with Chaos Jester and Freako.
Has he ever done a Pokemon-like video?
I don't know. What's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet makes me rub my nipples so much they turn bloody and start to bleed. Anyway.
And man, it happens to
My
the best
favorite
of us.
Pokemon trainer of all time is Nimona. Nimona makes me feel things that I'd never felt in my life before. I'm gonna be her tier 3 sub. Hee. I was watching that match. Young man's with me. See, yeah, that's some real Pokemon. I don't like the sunglasses guy. He looks stupid.
He's like a dude. He's essentially just like a concert promoter for like good Pokemon trainers. Is he even in the anime?
I don't know. I only have the first DVD of Bowen. Oh my god!
Scott Sterling wins the Masters.
I went to a thrift shop and I found a random Pokemon DVD, and it was the episode where Ash, Misty, and Brock part ways like almost forever, and they're running away, and they're like, "Oh my gosh." And I'm like almost on the verge of tears, just like, "Don't do this to me again."
Mm-hmm.
It hurts so much to just see the originals break apart once more. Since I was like 10.
Dude, they retired Ash finally. Did you know?
I did, yeah. I watched the first episode of the new series and I'm just like, eh. I was never into this for like the past decade or so,
yeah.
I can't get back into it. I just want to keep playing ROM hacks.
I mean, I'm really glad that they gave Ash like he finally like paid his dues. But like at the same time, I'm like, I can't believe it's over.
I'm glad that fans keep the original Pokemon adventures alive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently, recently I've been playing Prism again, and it was absolutely abhorrently, like, okay, I'm just gonna say this, I don't like Prism.
Mm-hmm.
My number one reason for not liking Prism is the fucking Magikarp puzzle. It's like Gen 3 times a million, trying to get through that stupid fucking torrent maze or whatever. I can't stand it. I have to use a guide. I have to use a guide every single time. And then there's another point where it's a side-scrolling like cave thing where you need an item to like jump across a gap and all that shit, and I was just like, no.
Is that okay? So is that like from like Zelda 2 or something like that?
Yeah, yeah. The side-scrolling parts, they use sprites from like Zelda and shit.
Because I think they did that in Brown, but like they just used that as like almost like a shortcut system in between like towns or like parts of the map.
Yeah, that was like the updated Brown version. The original Brown didn't have anything like that.
What's it called? God, I still have to like. I think the last Prism I played was the actual like when Cool Boy Man was still doing it instead of whoever these new people that stepped in are.
Rainbow devs.
Yep. I actually care about is like getting the fucking finalized version of Region Adventures.
Yeah, I want to play that. Because, yeah, I've played Brown so many times, and I'm like, what's this one? It's amazing!
It's really good, I really like it. It's hard as fuck.
I've been watching you play it on your, like, channel, like, over the week. I've been watching the old parts.
Oh, I did that on, the, like, Mad Gamers.
Mad Gamers.
I remember the intro that they gave me. It's like this guy encountering like a shiny, God, what's the evolved form of Geodude? Graveler, and it just uses explosion, and the guy just goes, "Fuck!" That was a throwback. Dude, I need to replay Brown. I'm actually like, God.
It is a 100% amazing, like, the best, most authentic just a Pokemon game I've ever played. Except in the original version where they say damn and stuff. That's a bit off.
Damn, they're hitting us with the Shadow the Hedgehog edge.
Oh my god, I remember one of the original betas for Pokemon Prism, and there was this like little cutscene in it, and it was like, oh, so and so brandishes a knife. I'm gonna kill your Pokemon. I'm so edgy, and he like completely cut that scene out of the game.
Ow!
Just as
the
like
edge.
thought. Yeah, exactly. Son the edge.
I'm just like, I appreciate that we've all moved past the fact that it's like no longer 2004 and we don't have to be edgy.
Yeah.
Oh god, what's the really edgy Pokemon ROM hack? It was like Dark Gray or like something like that. It was
Snakewood.
Okay.
Pokemon Black.
Snakewood. Okay, Snakewood was like. The thing I feel like with Snakewood was satire. Snakewood wasn't being edgy to be edgy. Snakewood was being edgy to make fun of being edgy.
Oh, okay.
Cause like, the Axeman did a Let's Play of it, and like, I'm just remembering him doing dude, his Nuzlocke of that was really fucking funny.
Dark Energy, that's the one.
Yeah.
I was watching that recently. But yeah, he's like, oh, I'm going to call it Team Darkness. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be my benefactor?
God, that one.
I have Dark Energy on my PSP. I'm going to play it eventually. I can't wait, honestly.
It's really hard, like, it's really hard just because of how the fucking level, like, the level caps increase. Like, it's like...
Yeah.
They made it hard by making, like, it really fucking difficult to keep up with, like, how fast...
I don't see the...
Yeah.
I really don't see, like, the reasoning in just adding grinding to things. It's just... Ugh.
Yeah,
It just adds... It's just a waste of time. It's not a challenge.
I would much rather, like, you, like, put Pokemon with, like, good movesets and then, like, interesting, like, combos together. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like you can make a game difficult, by giving, like, the Pokemon, like, competitive movesets, and, like, you can just give them good IVs and, like,
Yeah.
beneficial natures and things like
Yeah.
that.
You don't have to just put the levels up.
But I also feel like there is, like, an art form to getting that level curve right, and it's very easy to do it, like, just, like, fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like,
Lord.
yeah, I feel like just, like, making stuff, like, way higher level than you is really, like, an artificial difficulty curve, as opposed to, like...
It's like, when I would, back in the day, when I would mod, like, Dead Rising and, like, Grand Theft Auto and stuff, people would make their own, like, missions and, like enemies you have to defeat.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, 90% of them would always give them, like, 500,000 health or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not challenge, that's a waste of time.
That's a bullet sponge, bro.
Yeah, it's not... Like, I know Dead Rising itself, like, the enemies in it are, in fact, bullet sponges.
Mm-hmm.
But people were making, like, bullet sponge times 1 million.
Yeah,
And
I
trying
shouldn't
make
have
the
to, like,
fight
sit
last,
there.
like, half an hour.
Yeah. You're making a raid boss, like, you're not actually making a challenge.
Yeah. Yo, I don't know anything about raid bosses. What? Give me some raid boss stories.
Well, okay, so raid bosses are... Okay. So, like, in MMOs, they have, like, usually, like, 5-man content, or, like, group content. They're usually, like, dungeons and things like that. And then there's raid. And, for example, like, World of Warcraft, like, raids used to be 40-man dungeon, like, a 40-man instance, where you would need, like, a large group of people to, like, do it. And so the bosses would have, like, a very high amount of health and be very, like, dangerous, because you needed a large group of people to do it. It's kind of been toned down to, like, 10-man or 25-man now. So it's, like, not as difficult. But, like, a raid boss is something that's, like, really spooky and scary, and you need... Or, like, what's it called? There's, like, a tough fight that you need a large amount of people for. And will usually, like, require, like, coordination from everybody. And then, like...
Oh, God. Leroy Jenkins.
I love that video.
At least I have chicken.
Yep.
Leroy, you are stupid as hell.
He just ran in. What? He just ran in?
Oh, God. Back in the day, I would play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 online.
Mm-hmm.
That was my go-to. And Multi-Theft Auto, the GTA multiplayer mod. That's what I was mostly into, not MMOs and stuff.
I didn't get into MMOs until later because I didn't have a good enough PC to play them until later.
Oh yeah. I always remember back in the day, MMOs were always, excuse me, heavens. They were always like lower graphics quality than like single player games and stuff. So
yeah.
That was one deterrent for me because I liked good graphics, which was wrong.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there is a difference between having good graphics and having a unique art style, and I always feel like having the unique art style is going to last the test of time in the way that having hyper-realistic graphics won't. Because, for example, like, I feel like World of Warcraft, while it doesn't look the best, it does have a very unique art style, and that unique art style is going to last. But,
and I had a whole South Park episode that was iconic.
Yes, that I love, dude. I love that. I love showing people that episode.
Yeah.
But my other example is like Borderlands.
I had it on a USB stick, and I would just watch it over and over.
I honestly like the. Dude, it was so good, and like they're like, that was like the first machinima almost.
Yeah. I always thought, like, oh, are these animations actually in the game and stuff? But no, they actually animated it for the...
Some of them are, but like a lot of them is like in-house stuff from the South Park studio.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna end this recording.